Good morning. It is Wednesday, April the 22nd, and I hope you are doing well this week back. I wanted to share with you another site from National Park Service since it is National Parks Week, and there's more things on here than you realize. You might think, well, it's just Yellowstone or it's just different parks. There's a lot of different materials for history on here. And so I wanted to show you some resources that they had for World War One, since that's what we're studying right now. So if you look here, this is National Park Service, and I just searched for World War One, and so there's lots of different opportunities here. So it says here's a map having to do with parks with World War One connections, so I could click on any of these parks and see what those are. This is some articles talking about preparing for war. This is about politics and society, fighting the war, so it could give us an idea of what we needed um, to do to fight. Impacts and legacy, commemorating. So this is, the memorials in different places. So there's all kinds of resources. Like I've told you before, I could spend hours on the National Parks Service website just because there's so many different things. There's the different presidents' homes, the different lots of presidential libraries, but also just the really cool things to have to do with nature or the animals. The Yellowstone one, and what's the other one? Yellowstone is a really, really cool one to check out. I think that's the one that had all the information about the wolves that I shared with you earlier. Um, and there's all kinds of other really neat ones to explore. So I hope you're having some fun exploring this site this week. The other thing I wanted to challenge you with today is I sent an email out yesterday talking about how I would like to do another Zoom, and we're going to try to do that on Friday morning about 11 o'clock. And I sent a link for that today. And what I would like to use that as is a book club. So if you're going to participate, I want you to have a book with you that you have read at least 20 pages of. So this can't be a book you just find and, oh, I'll take this one. Okay, I want you to have read at least 20 pages of the book so that you have something to tell us about the book. And then everyone's going to get a turn. I'm going to have everyone on mute. And then when it's your turn, I'm going to unmute you. And then you're going to get a chance to tell us about your book and what you've been reading. And then we'll get an opportunity to hear what everybody's reading and maybe some ideas. There are opportunities to get books even now. You could go to some of these online library resources and check out through there. So if you've been reading a book online, maybe on your Kindle or your iPad, and you don't have it with you, that's okay. You don't have to have the physical copy with you. I just want give us the title, give us information about the book, whether you think it's going to be a good book, what it's kind of about, and you'll have a few minutes to tell us about your book. So that's how I want to do Friday's Zoom session. Okay, so I want to challenge you in the next few days. If you haven't read anything, get a book, read, and have it ready to share with us on Friday. Okay, I hope today goes well for you. I want to give you a few blurt questions before we get started today to get your brain awake. The head of a school. That should be a fast one. Principal. A seat without arms or a back. What is that? Stool. To go away secretly in order to get married. You know the word for that? Elope. Elope. An organ that receives and begins to digest swallowed food. Stomach. A class in school that teaches athletics. Gym. Or you probably might have said PE. It's the same. Someone who fights bulls, another word for a bullfighter. What's the official word for a bullfighter? A matador. A matador. A bunch of flowers. Bouquet. A yellowish metal that contains copper and zinc. Yellowish metal. Think yellowish metal. Brass. Brass. A very large mass of floating ice that has broken off from a glacier. Big piece of ice in the water. Iceberg. A small ornamental metal case for holding a picture or other object. So metal case, small for holding a picture. Many people wear it around their necks. Locket. A short sleep at a time other than one's regular sleeping hours. Nap. Last one. A large machine with a long arm that is used for lifting heavy objects. Long arm for lifting heavy objects. A crane. A crane. Okay, I hope you're having a good start to your morning. Get busy. I'll see you later.